and gasoline. We've got 7 grams of each. And that almost immediately soaked it all up, 100%. I can tell already. 100% soaked it up. And this one too, there's no liquid at the bottom already. So really, we're done with those two. But we'll see what happens in a few minutes. So do 400 or 140 in gasoline. This is 140, 7 grams each, gasoline and liquid. And once again, I can see it just sucking it up. And this is gasoline and water.
Do you set a timer for this one?
No, this is on that. I mean, it's already sucked up. Done. 100% already saturated the hemp. There's no fluid rolling around anywhere. And a lot of dry hemp still, too. Okay, which way should we do? Let's do the 400. Yeah. And we are at 3 minutes, so you know we have to go 2 minutes beyond. You just want to do those ones. Do that one. So this is hemp oil, 7 grams of hemp oil, 7 grams of 400 plus. You know what we can do when we're done? We can dump all of this out on there.
And this is cottonseed and water, and it's done.
It soaked it up too?
Yep.
Yep. 100% soaked it up. I have cottonseed oil, pure, no water, and 400 plus. God, it's not a bad absorbent. I can see all the liquid just grabbing to it. With still a lot.
I have motor oil.
We did motor oil because we didn't have any diesel, or we couldn't get to the diesel.
In the 400. Here's motor oil and water.
Definitely see the water and oil separated.
In the 400.
Yep, gummed it all. And we've got cottonseed oil and water, 50-50, just 7 grams, with 7 grams of 140. Ooh, being a little better.
And I have cottonseed oil in the 140. And it soaked it up right away.
Yep, this did too. I'm just kind of stirring it around and it's 100% absorbed. And one more, 2 more. I have got just 100% hemp oil, 7 grams, and 140. And once again, it just sucked it all up. It's all stiff on the bottom.
And I have motor oil and 140. Soaked it right up, and we are at the 5-minute mark
On the gasoline.
on the gas.
And I have motor oil and water with 140. And that took a little bit longer to soak it up, I can tell that it did. Okay, let's go dump out those gasolines. Okay. The gasoline, once again, there is no wet left anywhere. Nothing. 100% absorbed. Okay. Gasoline and water. I don't see any standing gasoline or water. Nothing. No runoff. And so we don't get too fumed out. I am going to do this. You got that on tape, right? Yep. Okay. Let's do this. It'll save us for some of those fumes. Okay, let's put the other ones. Right here. So this is the other just pure gas and 140. I don't see any standing liquid whatsoever. Just doing that, there's nothing. 100% absorbed. And oil and water looks drier than just the gas for some reason.
Gas and water.
Yep, gas and water, sorry. Yep, not much dry left. But no running water fluid at all. Boy, that stinks.
Let me take them out.
All right, now I'm sure we can probably start at the beginning and keep going. My headache.
We could probably keep those bowls just in case, Missy.
Yeah. Hemp oil and 400. No liquid running off whatsoever. There's no reason to, because we put, I think we would have wanted to weigh the runoff, how much didn't get soaked in. Yep. Okay.
And that was what, hemp oil?
Yep, hemp oil. Yep. Cottonseed oil and water. I see no liquid flowing anywhere. It is, looks like it's 100%. Yep. Nothing, didn't get, no water, liquid, period, hanging out. I think all of these, none of them did. Cottonseed oil. I see nothing. Although, there's no running liquid, but there's all that that's still pretty tacky, I guess you would say. It didn't dissolve up into the rest of the powder or into the mass. Yeah, leaves it kind of heavy in the spots that it got to, but interesting. Motor oil. See no fluids moving around in there. And once again, where the hemp is just super tacky. There's no liquid running, but the rest of this is pretty darn dry. There's hardly anything in it. And then you have a clump of your wet stuff. Yep, you can see a sheen all over it. Yuck. Okay. Motor oil and water. Once again, no visible running fluid anywhere. Mostly dry. It's stuck on the bottom. And all of these are doing the same thing. They're all just really gooped. But it's not, you can tell it's not 100% soaked up though, you know, because you can just, although there's no running fluid, it just wasn't 100% sucked up. And we got the cat litter stuff too. This is cottonseed and water. No trace of liquid running. And it did a better job of getting most of it out. Yeah, and we have a lot of dry, but it's well more soaked up all over instead of just on the bottom. You know, so it started going up into all the fat fiber. This is cottonseed oil and no water. And once again, I can see that same effect where you have that little layer on the top and then all the oil on the bottom that's really stuck. So that water helped move it up, actually, because there's all of our oil, basically. There. My knees are feeling great. Hemp seed oil. Same kind of thing as that cottonseed oil. A bunch of dry on the top, and then all of our stuff on the bottom, but none of it's loose. Make a good concrete. There's all of our fluid. What would have been fluid. Once again, motor oil, dry on top. And then it's all stuck there on the bottom, but no liquids moving. So I guess you'd say this is all 100% absorbed almost. And motor oil and water. No liquid moving. And there we are. Okay. Just tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, we got floor dry. We got 7 grams of floor dry and 7 grams of motor oil. I'm just gonna put motor oil in here. Hit start. Is it too dark?
No, hit start on the timer.
Oh, there we go. Okay. And I can tell already we are gonna have a soaking up complete issue. Okay. So there's what it instantly looks like. All of our hemp had it completely soaked up already. This is not doing it yet. We'll wait 5 minutes and we'll start the video again. All right. Our timer just went off. It's been 5 minutes. There's clearly loads of oil in here that did not get sucked up. I can tell you kind of how much here in just a second, maybe. I'm gonna scrape this all like this, and we're gonna let it hang out, and then I'll suck it up in our syringe and weigh it, because we've zeroed the syringe. Let's let that kind of go down. But one thing we did notice, the big fiber soaked up about 50% of the mass of the fiber. This is all wet here. This is mostly dry. We did it over and over. It's about 50-50 wet to dry on every single one of them on the 400 plus. When we get over here to the 140, it's only about a quarter of it is wet, and 3/4 of it is still bone dry. And on each one of these is the same thing. So what you can kind of break down from that, the finer it's ground, the better it soaks up. And you need to use less of it to soak up the same amount of oil. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. That's what we're deriving. There it goes. Stay up there. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to really suck that up, but we can show them.
But you can see it pooling on the bottom.
Are you recording? Okay. Yeah, this is the oil in cat or floor dry. There's still quite a bit of oil not being absorbed whatsoever. The only one of the absorbers that didn't absorb very well. Just to show you the difference. We had 7 grams of cat litter to 7 grams of oil.
For absorbent.
Full or absorbent. Yep. Sorry. Looks like cat litter.
Okay.